All right, today I've got a couple jobs on the agenda. One of them is my Z425 John Deere zero-turn mower flew apart the last time I was mowing. It's kind of been on the outs. It had over 1,000 hours on the motor, and it's not a commercial motor. I had bought it in an auction and it's did well for me, but it finally kicked the bucket. So I ordered a new motor. It just came yesterday. I'm trying to find the number on it. My old motor was a 445-577-0122-E1, and I couldn't really even find anything on the internet about that motor. But basically, the motor that I needed to replace it is this motor here, and it is 44S977-0032G1. And there's a number that's real similar to it when I was looking this motor up, about the same horsepower, but it has a bigger shaft, and I'm not sure what else. But I asked the guy, when I ordered it, I asked the guy why there's so many different numbers for these motors, and he said that they're constantly making emission changes to the motors and stuff, and so the motor that I had was probably 10 or 15 years old for sure, and so he said this was the direct replacement. So we'll see. Gotta unbox this one and check it out and make sure everything's okay with it, and then we'll be putting it together. Here's the old engine. As you can see, that hole right there is not supposed to be there. So yeah, the critical parts of the motor that have to transfer is obviously your hole patterns and your shaft size. For future reference, in case you have a problem with your motor and you're looking for the model of your motor, the model numbers are right here usually on these Briggs motors on the valve cover, and so they're not stamping them as much into them. Those are really light. I don't know if you can even see them, but on this older one, it's on the other side right now, but they were stamped in there, so they were pretty easy to find once you knew where to look. Yeah, right there. So that's the old motor number, and then this is the new one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be transferring, oh shoot, some oil's coming out again. I'm going to be transferring the exhaust pipes and possibly a few of the like the throttle assembly. This new motor has an automatic choke, so I don't think I'm going to transfer that right now. I think I'm just going to see how the automatic choke works, but for now, yeah, I'm going to work on getting these pipes switched over and see what else I need to do.
Really wrong.
Where did you find that?
In her barn.
It's not a good sign.
It's like the cats have been eating it.
Oh, I understand.
Gross. That's nasty.
Can you throw it
Yeah,
in the pasture?
I'm going to.
Yeah, get it, or on the field would even be better.
Yeah.
All right, how this bolts on is you got 3 bolts that come in from the bottom here. 1, 2, 3. That holds the motor on, and then this one here actually is a bolt that goes through, and then a nut on the top, and a couple of these battery connections go onto that bolt. So we're gonna get these tightened up and then do whatever's next. These here, I started with a tap. I did tap them lightly before I put the motor on here, just to make sure these bolts get a good start, but I don't think you're actually supposed to tap them at all. The bolts just make their own path through the aluminum. It's pretty soft. So I got the motor bolted in. I hooked up a few of the wires, the connectors. I think the motor comes with no oil, so I'm gonna have to put oil in, obviously, before I test it. Next, I'm gonna hook up the electronic clutch to the shaft and the pulley that I believe goes above it. And then once we get it all hooked up and get everything together and get some oil in it, I'll probably start the engine and make sure everything works okay, so I don't get it all back together and find out there's a problem. All right, we're gonna fire it up before we get everything back together and make sure it runs and there's no major problems. Just put oil in. We actually turned the key and it did turn just a little bit, so I think we'll give it a shot. Got gas in it now. It's going to be a little loud too because the muffler's not on yet. Alright, so that was good. I'm going to double check the oil before I just keep running it and finish putting everything back together, and then get the muffler on there and see how it does. We got the muffler back on, and so we're going to start it up and just see if it's quieted down since we got that on there. Beautiful! Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Beautiful. It's hot too. Beautiful and hot. We're putting the guards back on right now. And up to this point, it has been so simple. This new motor has basically just fit like a glove and just went right together. So I am very happy with the outcome so far. So we got the guards back on, we got the motor all bolted down, all the wiring right. We've tested it. The only thing that's yet to do is somehow I am missing one nut. which is not a bad scenario considering, but I have to find that or find one that will work for that, because it goes right here and it holds the side of this tight. Not a huge deal, but we definitely want to put a nut on there. So I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find it. Okay.
So today we're going to put down the stuff in the nesting boxes. The ducks have started laying eggs, so we figure the chickens are getting about the age where they're going to start laying as well, so we want to have the nesting boxes ready. So we ordered this, it's almost like AstroTurf offline. Let's see if I can get in here real quick. So here's what we got. I don't know if you can see it up close. It looks kind of like grass. It's got padding on the back. It's supposed to be pretty good. You should be able to spray it off or beat, shake it out or whatever, beat it on the side of the building or whatever you need to do to get the stuff off of it. We figure we're going to put a little bit of straw on top of it as well to make it a little more padded and soft for the chickens to lay in. So the next thing we need to do is get in these nesting boxes and empty them out. And Manuel got out the mealworms that the ducks like, so that's why they're quacking really loud right now. So here's what the inside of the nesting boxes look like. If you can see that, they're just pretty empty. We do still have the board up on the inside. We'll be taking that off as soon as we get the nesting box ready.
Probably hold this.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure, cut them, and stick them in there. So here we go.
You think they can lay eggs now, Mom?
I think they'll be close.
So can we leave this bucket here so if we, like, every morning we can check so if we're not tall enough we can step on it?
That's what you call a lucky guess. I just kind of measured it and cut it, and I'll go ahead and do all 4 of them. We'll be back in a minute. He's gonna lay an egg.
Dad?
Where's the scissors that goes?
Dad?
Yo.
Bubba, you're gonna lay an egg.
Open that, do anything.
You gonna scratch it? You poop on it and your daddy won't be happy. It's not real grass.
I did an egg. Damn, I'm on my leg.
There we go.
How soft is it? Oh, he likes it. Like, I wish this was in my bag.
So yeah.
There we go.
Here.
Let's
you get
open
it.
this up. Look, and then they can see. Are you having an egg?
Oh, you think that's what they're gonna do? They're gonna peek around that little corner right there?
We should make him one of those.
Do you need some grass in your doghouse?
You'd probably scratch this off, though.
So, if you remember from our chicken build, this is what we put up just to keep it covered because we knew that they would just get in there and just make a mess in there.
We decided, even though they haven't laid any eggs, we're gonna go ahead and open these boxes up just because it's fun. And we want to see what they do. Maybe they'll get the idea to lay an egg.
We need to put that big one in there.
You need to put a duck egg in there. Maybe they'll think it's a chicken egg. And then they'll...
Maybe they'll think they're ducks.
Maybe they'll think they're ducks.
Ducks think they're chickens. Now scare them up there.
That's what we're not gonna do.
Let me see it. What'd you find?
Mosquito. I didn't find it. It's missing its head,
Is
but
that good straw, Manuel? What'd you
chickens
get that from?
probably still eat it. Oh, they are.
What'd you get, Zachary?
Such a big box. We're not even like something that. You know what it is?
Gun vice is what it says.
The gun vice.
What does that
Hold
mean?
my guns.
To hold your guns?
Yep, and I'm working on them. Well, this is mainly so when I put scopes on my guns that I can keep them level.
Oh, it holds them and then
Yeah,
it
it's
scopes
really
on.
nice to work on the rifle.
Think it's good to go?
Let me start it.
It works really well.
Let me start it. Here, I'm sorry. That's nice. We won't know how to act.
And with it being the motor, it came with the starter and everything attached to it.
Right, it came complete. Only thing I had to switch was the exhaust, and if I wanted the manual choke, which I didn't. I like the auto choke for now. I would like to personally thank, if I could, OPE Engines. They're the ones that I got the engine from, and what was crazy was I ordered it, and within an hour they called me to verify that I had the right motor, replacement motor, because there's so many different model numbers. I did have the right motor, but they just verified it and chatted with me, and then within a week the motor came, and it was literally just a swap out, and we're mowing again. Layla, what's you doing, Layla? Huh?
We're gonna put a duck egg in there.
We're gonna try to trick the chickens into laying some eggs.
Put one check in it. Wait, not yet.
Well, I don't know. Decisions. What are you gonna do?
Where is it?
You want to put it in the right one. Oh, is that the right one?
It has it left. I'll put it in this one too.
I don't
This
care.
is the one that
There's no right or wrong.
they're going.
Okay. Think that's gonna do the trick? They've never laid an egg yet.
That's funny.
Little chickies, are you gonna lay an egg for us? I can't wait to see what they do.
If they don't lay an egg,
With the open
I know
box.
what you should do.
What? Squeeze them?
Pepper in their water. And what?
Is that what they say?
Yeah, the guy says if you put like a pinch of salt and pepper in it, they'll think
said
it's
that?
summer. A guy on the video.
It is summer though.
When it's winter.
Yeah, it's summer right now, so.
Oh, you could just put it right.